Disclaimer: this is a work of fiction created for entertainment purpose only, not affiliated with BTS or Big Hit Entertainment. Characters and storylines are fictional and for entertainment purpose only. If you are homophobic, then please just leave. Tigers Bunny promote respect, kindness, and positivity. Enjoy the video. Kim Taehyung is a powerful vampire king. He is handsome and strong, and people feared him. When the sun went down, Taehyung left his castle. He smelled something sweet and followed the scent. It led him to a pretty garden with lots of colorful flowers. There he saw a beautiful boy laying in the flowers. The boy wore a white dress and has a black hair. A small white flower was beside his hair. Taehyung was curious who was this boy and why he was in the garden. Taehyung kept looking at the boy, who was very peaceful and beautiful. On the other side of the garden, a cute, innocent boy named Jungkook sat among the flowers. His eyes welled up with tears. He was all alone, having lost his parents at the age of 2. He grew up in an orphanage, but now that he was 18, they had to kick him out. Jungkook was scared and didn't know what to do. He had never been outside the orphanage walls and didn't even know how to navigate the big wide world. Taehyung gently approached the boy. Taehyung remained statue still in his saddle, captivated by Jungkook's silent beauty. He could smell the sweet scent of Jungkook's blood, pure and untouched, unlike any he had ever encountered. A soft, almost inaudible whisper escaped Taehyung's lips as he demoted with graceful ease, an angel or a flower spirit. His boots barely disturbed the petal as he approached Jungkook, his vampire senses on high alert yet strangely calm. Taehyung knelt down beside Jungkook, his movements slow and deliberate, as if not to startle him. His dark eyes scanned Jungkook's face, taking in every detail. He reached out a hand, gently brushing a strand of hair away from Jungkook's cheeks. His touch was surprisingly soft despite the strength he possessed. Jungkook's eyes fluttered open, revealing pools of deep hazel like the forest in autumn. They met Taehyung's gaze unflinchingly. Most humans would cower before Taehyung's looks are his title as Vampire King, but Jungkook simply started back, curious and unafraid. Taehyung found this refreshing and intrigued. Jungkook softly, "Who are you, Taehyung?" A small, almost amused smile played on Taehyung's lips as he heard Jungkook's soft, confused voice. He leaned in closer, his face inches from Jungkook's. "I am King Taehyung, the king of vampires." His voice was lower and smooth like velvet. Jungkook widened his cute eyes. "Really? Do they really exist?" His eyes sparkling. Taehyung chuckled a deep and rich sound as he saw the surprise and disbelief in Jungkook's eyes. "Yes, my dear, vampires do exist, and you have just met the most powerful one." Taehyung's hand remained on Jungkook's wrist, his thumb gently caressing Jungkook's skin. Jungkook, a blush come on his lips, he asked innocently, "Will you drink blood as I hear vampires drink?" Taehyung gaze softened as Jungkook questioned, and he let out a small sigh. "I won't harm you if that's what you are asking, Angel. As for drinking, I haven't had human in centuries," he admitted, "but just the sight of you makes me crave it." Jungkook gulped hardly. He looked at Taehyung innocently. "Crave for what?" Taehyung expression became more serious, his eyes darkened slightly. "The taste of women, particularly pure like yours, my angel." He traced Jungkook's neck with his finger, but more than that, he hesitated. "I crave the sweet innocence I see in your eyes." Taehyung asked confusingly when he didn't saw fear in Cookie's face. "Are not you going to run away from me? Or not you scared, my angel?" Jungkook giggled. "No, handsome vampire, I always read vampire stories and I love vampires so much. I always wanted to meet them, and here you are." Taehyung gasped at his innocence. "Really? You are not afraid, little one?" Jungkook, "No. In fact, I am feeling safe with you, vampire, and starting to like you." Shy bunny smiled. Taehyung held Jungkook gently, his voice a soft murmur in Jungkook's ear. "You know, no one has ever called me that before. I like it." He pulled back slightly to look into Jungkook's eyes. "But tell me, do you really like me? You barely know me." Jungkook eyes sparkled with determination. "I don't care. I know you are a vampire, but my heart accepts you. I feel safe with you. So from this moment on, you are mine and I am yours, my handsome. Jungkook winked at Taehyung, a playful smile spreading across his face. Taehyung blinked a few times, surprised by Jungkook's sudden declaration of love. He had never met someone so quick to accept and confess their feeling. He felt overwhelmed but also strangely moved. He took Jungkook's hand and placed it over his chest, letting Jungkook feel the strong beat of his heart. I'm yours, Angel. I also feel like you are the one I was waiting for. Taehyung whispered softly, his eyes locking onto Jungkook's. Jungkook, really then? Take me with you. I wanna be with you for the rest of my life. Taehyung cupped his cheeks gently, his thumb brushing against his skin. Are you sure? My world is dark and dangerous. You would have to leave everything behind. Jungkook nodded eagerly. Yes, I am sure. I don't have anyone. My parents died when I was a baby. I rise up in orphanage and today only as I am 18 years now they also kick me out. His eyes become teary. Taehyung heart touched at Jungkook's story. Here Jungkook was with no family, no home, yet he was offering Taehyung his heart so freely. It made Taehyung want to protect Jungkook more than anything. Then let me be your family, my angel. Taehyung whispers your home. He gently ran his fingers through Jungkook's hair, his touch filled with affection and longing. Should I mark you as mine? Then angel tell, looking intense stare Jungkook. Mark me, make me yours. Taehyung couldn't wait any longer. He needed Jungkook to be his completely and irrevocably. He sank his fang into Jungkook's neck, marking Jungkook as his mate. Jungkook felt a searing pain, then warmth spreading through his vein as Taehyung's venom entered his breasting. Jungkook hissed, feeling sudden pain. Taehyung, humming at this is so delicious, my angel, my mate. He held Jungkook tightly, feeling he lost his conscience. Let's go, my angel, to home, our home. He picked Jungkook and left. Lips. Decide whose fault is this? I can't control myself when I see you. He presses a soft kiss to Jungkook's forehead softly. Cheesy vampy Taehyung. Kisses Jungkook. Only yours, vamp, my angel. Suddenly they hear a voice from outside. Taehyung's eyes snapped open, a soft smile spreading across his face as he hears their little prince's voice. Come in, pup, he calls out gently, sitting up and pulling the blanket over Jungkook to cover his nakedness. The door crack opens slowly, revealing their son. He has Jungkook's dark hair and Taehyung's bright eyes. He dressed in his favorite, rubbing his eyes sleepily. Taeguk called, his little voice trembled with uncertainty. Taehyung's heart met at the sound of his son's voice, and he opens his arm wide, inviting to come closer. Taehyung lifts Taekook's high, making the child giggle before settling him on his lap between himself and Jungkook. What's the matter, my little man? Trouble sleeping again? Taehyung asked, his voice filled with concern and affection. Jungkook smiled warmly, reaching out to gently stroke Taekook's hair, his eyes filled with love for their little family. Not sleepily snuggling closer to Taehyung, he looks at Jungkook with a soft smile. Amma. Taehyung reaches out a small hand to catch Jungkook's cheek gently. I had a bad dream, he whispers, his little voice trembling. Jungkook heart melts at the touch as he wraps his arm around Taekook, holding him close. It's okay, baby, Amma is here. Jungkook whispers, his voice soothing and gentle. Taehyung, you can sleep with Amma up. He settled Taekook there. Taekook settled in happily, his small body snuggling close to Taehyung. Jungkook wrapped an arm around both of them, pulling them all together into a cozy family cuddle. He presses a soft kiss to the top of Taekook's head and then to Taehyung's lips, his eyes filled with love and adoration for his little family. Taehyung smiled, his heart full of joy and contentment as he wraps his arms around Jungkook and Taekook, holding them close. Taehyung's heart swells with emotion and he listened to Taehyung's heartfelt words. Taehyung, I love you, angel. Taehyung whispered, his voice trembling with feeling. You poured light and love into my life too. I was lost without you. Taehyung's eyes locked onto Jungkook's filled with deep affection and gratitude. I am so grateful for our little family, for Taeguk, for every moment we shared together. Jungkook smiles. I am also very thankful to you, Havi, for loving me. I don't know I will be alive or not if you don't come that day, dear. His voice cracked. Theong's heart aches hearing the crack in his angel's voice. Reminded of the dark day he found him lonely. His tighter, his eyes glistening with unshed tears. Shh, don't think about that day anymore, love. Now you are with me in my arms. I will protect you forever. He pushed Jungkook closer, nuzzling his face against his. If I hadn't come that day, I wouldn't have my beloved queen, my precious family, my whole world. Who would have ended? You are my sun, my moon, and my entire universe, angel. He whispered softly. Jungkook's sleepy eyes. I love your handsome empathy. Chuckles softly, watching his sleepy eyes trying stay open. He knows his intense love-making session always leave his love exhausted. Because you're so tired from being loved by your vampire king. He gently strokes your hair. Jungkook blushes madly. Taehyung smiles softly at his blushing cheeks. Let's sleep, my love. You need your rest after the glorious activities of the night. He shifts slightly, pulling the blanket up to cover all three of them properly. Good night, my beautiful queen. Jungkook closing his eyes. Good night, my handsome king. Taehyung hums contently, pulling him closer to his back, his flesh against his chest. He throws a leg possessively over his thighs, wrapping his arms tightly around him. He hears his soft sleeping hum, then their son's small snore. Taehyung smiles softly. His family, his everything.